organization runs on countless daily activities, small routines, big decisions, and everything in between. But how do we know if these operations truly work, or if they simply seem to? This is where operational audit comes in. It refers to the process of evaluating a company's operating activities, both day-to-day tasks and broader procedures. The goal is to understand how companies conduct its business and how it can do better, both in effectiveness and efficiency. What are the importance of an operational audit? First is that it enhances efficiency and effectiveness of performance and processes. Next is mitigating risk. Another is ensuring compliance. And it also helps in identifying opportunities for improvement in decision making. So how is this relevant to the business that we are auditing? As a manufacturing company, they handle various production processes, and an operational audit will help them ensure that they have strong and tested controls in place. It also helps them to maximize efficiency by identifying bottlenecks, waste, and areas where they can streamline workflows. It will also strengthen the compliance with safety, quality, and regulatory requirements, reducing the risk and improving consistency. Most importantly, the audit highlights areas that need improvements. This will guide them towards better performance and continuous growth. In this audit, we will discuss first the background of the business, then the risk and control assessment, the scope and the findings, the recommendations that we have, and the action and implementation plan. Enjoy HON-GEN Foods. Established in the year 2021. Located at Dontogan, Baguio City, Philippines. A manufacturing company that offers peanut butter, flavored peanuts, and banana chips.
Naisipan lang namin na mag-start, kunti lang naman dati. Tapos yun na, order yun. Manufacturing, food manufacturing. Ano lang naman, parang nagpatulong din ako sa DTI din. Para kung ano yung mga magandang business na yung kaya ko din. Yung mga anak ko, gusto nila ng peanut butter, ganyan. Tapos, nag-try akong gumawa. Kasi diba dito sa Baguio, pasalubong, nakita namin na medyo mabili. Parang sumunod na lang yung mga ibang mga garlic peanuts, sweet peanuts, honey roasted marina.
Now we go to the interview and on-site observation. Firstly, we have the gathering of orders, wherein we found out that the owner gathers her orders orally and in writing. Other customers order orally just right after delivery. Orders since the next deliveries would be at least after 3 days. Then they text their orders to follow up. Now let us proceed in our observation in the conversion. So we have first observed that they actually use a metal can as their measuring tool. Something like this. Something that we Filipinos call litse, which is quite effective. And next is that they only use one peanut butter grinder, which can be quite a bottleneck. And lastly, the raw materials have no separate room in the production area. In the packaging process, it is all done by the owner and her employee. From affixing the product label, putting the expiration date, and sealing the finished goods. For the delivery, the owner said that it is done at least after every 3 days or once the orders are complete. However, for bulk orders, they do partial delivery. And lastly, the payment collection where cash payments are collected immediately after delivering, and some customers who opt to pay via bank checks pay within the last week of every month.
To continue, let's talk about the risk and control assessment for Enjoy HON-GEN Foods. This assessment walks through the entire operational flow from taking orders to production, packing, and finally, delivery, highlighting the key risks and the controls currently in place. Next, to continue, let's talk about the risk and control assessment for Enjoy HON-GEN Foods. This assessment walks through the entire operational flow from taking orders to production, packing, and finally, delivery, highlighting the key risks and the controls currently in place. In the first stage, gathering of orders, the main risk is that verbal orders may be forgotten or not recorded, which can affect accuracy. This risk is rated moderate in both probability and impact. To manage this, customers are encouraged to send written confirmation of their orders, ensuring everything is properly documented. It's a simple but effective control. Next is the conversion or production stage, where most operational risks are found. It includes possible contamination due to lack of a separate storage room, moisture issues with raw materials like sugar and salt, improper peanut preparation that may damage equipment, hand hygiene concerns, incorrect cooking ratios that affect product quality. Despite this, several strong controls are already in place. Raw materials are kept in properly sealed containers. Peanuts undergo thorough manual cleaning and winnowing. Workers follow the National Sanitation Code, and cooking is cross-checked with a standard timer. These actions help reduce the severity of the risks. For the packing stage, the business faces risks related to manpower, product quality, and accuracy. These include production bottlenecks because only 2 people handle everything, spoilage if peanuts are not cooled properly, inconsistent sealing, labeling errors, procurement challenges due to multiple container sizes. To control this, the owner personally supervises all packing steps, checks cooling before sealing, inspects the lids, and ensures labels are complete and correct. However, forecasting still needs a more systematic approach. Finally, in the delivery stage, common risks such as traffic delays, bad weather, and inconsistent payment timing may occur. Both risks are rated moderate. The owner minimizes delays with careful route planning, and payment processing is controlled through delivery receipts and signed confirmations. Customers who cannot pay on the same day are given 1 to 2 days to settle through cash or GCash. In summary, Enjoy HON-GEN Foods faces several operational risks typical of a small-scale food business. But the existing controls already demonstrate diligence, cleanliness, and strong awareness of quality standards. Strengthening forecasting, manpower support, and consistency in cooling and packaging would further enhance reliability. Generally, this assessment shows that Enjoy HON-GEN Foods relies heavily on the owner's manual supervision and performance of the different processes. Although the business process of the entity are performed, it cannot easily expand because only 2 people handle the entire work. Important tasks are at risk since quality checks depend only on visual judgment, and the present internal controls practiced by the owner are weak. The proper segregation of duties, which is a core principle in ensuring effective and efficient operations, cannot be properly observed due to limited workers. Moreover, the reliance on packaging suppliers who are located far away from the business also slows the production. Overall, the current systems and practices observed in this business, Enjoy HON-GEN Foods, may work, but the potential for growth is hindered by limited workforce and weak internal controls.
Okay, so let's move forward to the recommendations for improving the order fulfillment cycle of Enjoy HON-GEN Foods. So we organized the recommendations from highest to lowest urgency So based on how much they affect the company's operations, the food safety, the production efficiency, and the overall customer satisfaction. So first, let us look at the highest level priorities. These are the most urgent actions because they address the risk that can immediately disrupt the production or even compromise the food safety. So the top priority is the acquiring of essential equipment needed for safe food handling, consistent product preparation, and standardized processing. This is crucial because the business currently heavily relies on manual work and has limited personnel. So the next priorities, which are ranked second to fourth, focus on preventing contamination, ensuring proper handling of raw materials, and maintaining correct ingredient ratios. So these steps protect the product quality and even prevent the spoilage, customer complaints, and potential damage to the brand's reputation. Next, we have the moderate level priorities, which are ranked 5th to 10th. These are still important, but they are less urgent compared to the highest priorities. Delaying them for a short time will not significantly harm operations. This task mainly support the consistency and a smoother workflow. Example includes setting a timer-based cooling process, standardizing packaging materials, improving sealing consistency, preparing label placement templates, and training a third helper or additional worker to reduce the bottlenecks encountered in the operation. So while they do not pose immediate safety risk, they help to prevent the errors, reduce the spoilage, and strengthen the production flow, especially important for a business run only by the two workers. Lastly, we have the lowest level priorities, which are ranked 11 to 14. These are not urgent but are still beneficial for the business. So they focus on the long-term efficiency and customer experience. This includes securing down payments for stable cash flow, digitalizing order tracking to avoid missed messages, improving simple inventory tracking for better forecasting, and organizing delivery schedules or partnering with delivery services. These improvements will enhance administrative processes and coordination, especially during peak demand or bad weather, but they can be implemented after the more urgent production concerns are addressed. So, in summary, the prioritization reflects the current situation of Enjoy Han-GEN Foods, a small-scale business with limited manpower and manual processes. By addressing the most crucial risk first, the company can strengthen its core operations before moving on to improvements that support the long-term growth and efficiency.
So let's now proceed to the last part of this presentation, which is the implementation plan and the action plan. And based from the following discussions, findings, and recommendations, we have developed an implementation plan to address the key findings and adopting corrective actions we've recommended. This plan focuses on the high priority issues first, with the specific actionable steps, assigned responsibilities, required communication and training, and the timelines for the implementation to ensure accountability and measurable progress. Additionally, this initiative was undertaken to identify opportunities for improvement and enhance overall performance in the business operations of Enjoy Han-GEN Foods. The top recommendations are: first, the acquisition of the machines. Second is the proper storage for the ingredients. Next is the designate storage rooms for packing materials and facility layout. And then next, the increased hand hygiene and the food handling procedures. And lastly, the fixed and time-based cooling system. So for each of the top recommendation, we have some steps to be done that corresponds a monitoring to evaluate and to be able to track the progress of this. We also established a timeline for the implementations of the actions to be done for every recommendation, which is from within 1 week to 1 month usually. But in the third recommendation, it is 4 to 8 months. And the persons involved in this implementation plan is the business owner itself and the workers as well. The progress will be measured using the specific key performance indicators, which is presented in this slide. And furthermore, we have conducted a thorough analysis and worked diligently to ensure this plan aligns with the business broader strategic goals in their operations. And by adhering to this plan, we aim to ensure a seamless transition and realize the full benefits of this initiative.
To sum it up, our findings in the business is that it relies heavily on the owner and her employees' manual labor, that it hinders efficiency and sometimes effectivity of the business. As such, we have recommended that the business acquire additional machinery, ensure proper storage for raw materials, develop facility layout, increase hygiene procedures, and develop and implement timer-based cooling system of the products. For each recommendation, production time will reduce and there will be improved quality product which will aid in the business success. That is all for the audit team of Enjoy HON-GEN Foods.